Hi. Hello, how are you? I'm sorry, but do you hear me now? How are you?
وش قلت؟
باش هنيتيني.
تعكس.
يا فوقي نسيت.
حدث.
Hi guys, I'm sorry, just give me 1 minute and I'll be there with you. I just got home and I need to take off some of my bags and get
سلام، مرحبا بكم، عافاكم اللايك.
Hello. Welcome. Hi. How are you? I'll go put my phone in charge. I'll be back soon.
شكرا على اللايك، عافاكم ديروا اللايكات ومرحبا بكم معنا هنايا. مساء الخير عليكم. مرحبا بكم جميعا.
Hello. So, I just checked my phone and I saw the game between Senegal and France. France won 3-1. Truth be told, Oh my god, France are scary, but I'm happy they are the one who got the 3 points instead of Senegal. Yes, I'm still petty and I'm still not over whatever the hell happened in this last AFCON. And trust me, I am not gonna be over it anytime soon. I took a nice shower today, you know? Hello. How are you, by the way? I'm good. How are you? It's been a while. I was just about to talk about the World Cup, you know? Hello. You just watched the game. Oh my god. No, I couldn't watch the game. I was out. I just got home. I was just checking the score on my phone. That's it. They won 3-1. I'm so happy for them. Yeah, it's been a while. How's life? How's college? How's everything? Congrats to Morocco. Yeah, almost. It was so close. But it's fine. Like, at the end of the day, that's the Brazilian team. So, it was a nice game. We got out with 1 point. 1 is better than nothing. We would still do more in the upcoming games. Soon enough, we would play against Scotland. And that would be fun. It would be a hard game because Scotland is a strong team. But still, excited for it. Hi. They dominated Brazil. Yeah, they did. It was such a good game though. The second part of it almost gave me a heart attack. One of our players passed the ball to the goalkeeper, and Rafinha, I guess, was about to score. Thank God the goalkeeper sent the ball away. Like, the way my heart was about to stop at that. Yeah, Algeria would be tonight. Oh my god, it's crazy. Algeria would be tonight, and I have been thinking about that game, like, for a long time now. Who are you gonna support? It's gonna be such a crazy game. It's gonna be a crazy game, and I'm excited for it. Jordan would play. I don't know when it's Jordan's game, but anyways. Who do you think would win? Algeria or Argentina? I know Algeria has a good team, but I'm not sure if they can really win against Argentina. Argentina is in a whole different level, you know. Cheer for Algeria, yeah. They have really good players, you know. I watch them a lot. Maza, for example, they have this player. His name is Brahim Maza. He's such a good player. The way he just does the thing in the field, it's crazy. Yeah. I'm not sure. I hope I hope the best for them, actually. They didn't take one of their best players. His name is Baghdad Bunshah. They did not, you know, include him in the list of players that they would take to the US. Genuinely, Argentina is such a good team. So, to try and take a wild guess about how they would do in this game, I really can't because I don't have a strong guess, as much optimistic as I would want to be. There's always that feeling of, but it's Argentina we're talking about, you know? But anyway, I hope the best for them. Have you seen the whole discourse going on in the internet between um Jordan and Algeria? Do you think Jordan would pass or like would go further in the tournament, or they would be kicked out from the first round? I hope so. I really hope so. Because they deserve it. It's the last dance for Mahrez, so I really wish him the best. And I like that player a lot. Oh, well, it is very popular. I've seen it a lot. People keep doing these predictions before the World Cup starts. Who would move from the group rounds? Who would pass like to the round of the 16th? Now we have the round of like 32, the round of the 16th and the round of 8, etc., etc. People when they would guess in the group of Argentina, Austria, Algeria, and Jordan, lots of them would, like, for example, be like, first it's gonna be Argentina, second Austria, third would be Algeria, and fourth would be Jordan. And with the Argentina, oh my god, I was yapping about sports and suddenly, oh my god, thank you so much. That's so nice of you. Oh my god, thank you. That means really a lot. Thank you so much. شكرا بزاف. الله ربي يخليك. Thank you. Thank you. Technically, Jordan would face Argentina, they would face Austria, and they would face Algeria because they're in the same group with them. Well, your nice gesture means even more to me, actually. I'm really emotionally trying to keep myself on guard. But thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're the best. Thank you, Allah. But anyways, we really hope the best for them all. I got a new book. Let me show you. I got this one just today. I opened it. Sadly, it's not I guess this translation. It's by this guy. Let me show you more. It's by Abdullah Udwan or Idwan. I don't really know how to read his last name. But people say that for Russian literature, the best translation or like translator for it, it's this guy called Sammy something. I can't keep his last name in my head. But anyways, I've got this one and I'm so excited to start this. I haven't read anything by Dostoevsky yet. I've got his short story, Layali Bayda. I took the Arabic translation instead of the English one. But I gave it to my uncle, like, to read it because I wanted to have someone to discuss the book with, and he haven't finished it yet. Oh my god, I gave it to him like 2 years ago, and he still haven't finished it yet. And I'm just like, dude, are you kidding me? It's a short novella. What is taking you so long? And this year, I went to the book fair, and I've got this book. It's really, really interesting when I read the premise. It's such a beautiful copy from Dar al-Khan. Yeah, it was really short. Like, I'm not even sure if there's like 100 pages in that novella, and he's just taking forever. I'm like, dude, come on. It's just about this guy falling in love with this woman and, watching her from far away, and then he just comes in terms with the fact that he can't be with her because she's already married to someone else. It's not that big of a deal. What are you doing? But yeah, it is what it is. So, anyways, this book is about this guy. His name is Bandar Fili. He's from Iraq. Okay, from Iraq, and it's a very interesting story. He's like Kurdi. Okay, من هكا الكرد أيا يكن. And he was born in prison because his mom was there and she was pregnant with him at the time. Read the back of the book if you're interested. And you just see the life of a young boy who belongs to a minority. He is Kurdi, as I told you, and he's from the Shia as well. And all this is happening in Iraq during Saddam Hussein's regime at the time. So it's very, very interesting. Oh, that's not only tough, it's crazy. It's really, really crazy. When I saw this premise at the beginning, I was like, yeah, I'm buying this book. By the way, this one was very cheap. Was this cheap or not? Was it like $3 or $5? This cost me $3 or $5. So it's not. Oh yeah, Syria. Oh my god, I've read so many books about Syria. It's so painful. One of my favorites were بيت خالتي. Apparently, in Syria, at the time of Bashar's regime, that regime's time, if someone disappeared and they know that that person has been, taken to prison or whatever the hell, when someone would ask where Fulan is, they would be like, راح لبيت خالته. بيت خالته, aka the prison, like he's been arrested. And it's such an interesting story. I cannot stop talking about that story for the life of me, by the way. The story starts with Yazin or Yazan. His name is like this. Or Zain. Something like that. I can't recall his name correctly. He's a Syrian guy. And he's very interesting. Like, he's the type of people that, yes, understands how bad that regime is, but he goes through life with that mentality of, as long as that violence isn't touching or like hurting me and my family, then I don't care really. He's a therapist. Yeah, yes. He's a therapist and he lives in Germany. His family lives in Syria, his mom and his dad, but he works and lives in Germany right now. But he isn't there all alone. He's, for example, in Munich, okay? In Berlin, there is his cousin. His cousin is called Enes. They're so different. Enes was this golden boy with like blonde hair, blue eyes. As they say in Syria, he's 100% Shami. Both his parents are from Damascus. Apparently, I did not know this because I'm not from Sham in general. I'm from, أنا في المغرب المغرب العربي. I'm way too far away from there, so we have a bit of culture differences. Apparently in Syria, there is some type of hierarchy in the society. If you are from Damascus, or like your parents are from like an old generation in that city, you're kind of respected. Yazin, our protagonist, isn't. His mom is from Damascus, but his dad is from Dir az-Zur. So he's like 50-50, as we say. But Anas, in the other hand, he is 100% Shami. And this is just one of the things that created both individuals and shaped their childhoods. Anas was the golden boy, as I told you. Everyone loved Anas. Everyone wanted to be friends with Anas. Teachers loved him, girls loved him, boys wanted to be friends with him. But Yazin was always like the black swan. Okay? Moving on, they're both in Germany, as I told you. They're both doctors, we could say. Anas was going to Germany to continue his studies in like med school to be a dentist, but he stopped. He lives in Berlin and the other one lives in Munich. Our protagonist is in Munich. He stops. One day, Yazin, our protagonist, gets a call from his mom asking him to go visit his cousin because he isn't answering his phone and she's worried. He found his cousin, the golden boy, the one he was jealous of and had everything he didn't have in their childhood, and the one that caused him to live away from him, hanging on the ceiling. He committed suicide. And so our protagonist is trying to figure out the mystery of what made that perfect boy with the perfect life commit something like that. And through that, he discovers that Anas, his cousin, was trying to make this whole documentary about what was going on inside the prisons of that regime in Syria. And he had been diving so much into that horror and darkness of that whole regime and those dark prisons and dark cells that he just couldn't take it anymore. The way he found him in his house, like, it is so poetically heart-wrenching, I can't even begin to describe it to you. In the ride in the train, when Yazin was going to Anas's house to see why the hell is this cousin not picking the phone, because he was treating him like a burden. Like, oh my god, this guy that was like really made my childhood so hard without even trying, and I made sure to stay away from him. Now I have to go and babysit him. Like, this was his whole idea while going to in the train. He gets to his apartment. He tries to open the door. He opens the door and he hears Asala. Asala was singing. There was like a song of hers in the background. A song, and not just any song, a very special one. It is called Ana Dimashqi. It is actually a poem written by Nizar Qabbani. It's really so sad, so gut-wrenching. It's so crazy. It goes, let me remember. I'll say just one line that I still remember to now. أنا الدمشقي ولو شرحتم جسدي لسالت منه عناقيد وتفاح. Something like that. And it just describes what being someone from Damascus actually means. And مآذن wait, let me remember. مآذن الشام تبدو مثل أرملة وليس في كتب التاريخ أفراح. There is like so many like gut-wrenching prose in that poem. It's just unbelievable. And Asala's voice is so hard. It's so hard. And the whole scene was dramatic. Asala's song was on repeat, was on loop. So when Yazin opens the door and sees his cousin hanging from the ceiling, and that song in Asala's voice is like just ringing in his ears. It was a whole cinematic scene. It's unbelievable how strong it is. That's one of my favorite books. I really love that book so much. Um, you know what happened to me? Oh my god, still with the same book. I'm so sorry, I would yap a lot, but it's crazy. I remember when I was reading this book. I was reading this book back in my second year in college. Yeah, it was my second year in college. So it was, I remember that I started the book in July 2024. And the book was so dark and so devastating. I was like shocked and overwhelmed by that whole amount of darkness. So I was like, nope, this is not the type of books I can read in one sitting. So since July, I kept like reading one page and ignoring it, looking at it and feeling the burden of this book of like, I want to finish the story, but it hurts me. I can't just sit down and read this thing. It's crazy how painful this is. One day in December, I was laying in bed. My father did turn the Wi-Fi off because my brothers did not want to go to sleep, so there is no Wi-Fi to keep me distracted. And I really did not want to sleep. It was a Sunday, a Saturday night. It was a Saturday night, so I really had nothing else to do, and I was in bed. So I decided to open that PDF again and just sit down and read. I finished that book in one sitting, and it was like around 3 in the morning when I finished it. Um, when I finished that book, I felt so hollow from the inside. I felt empty, and I just found myself fighting against this one question: how am I to continue living my life normally, knowing that at this moment where I'm living completely peacefully and dealing with a small, absurd thing in my life, like literally not finding my sock, or like, I don't know, not finding my charger, or just like wanting my dad to pick up the phone to tell him that, oh my god, I don't know, I need some ketchup. I need him to bring ketchup. There is someone in Syria right now being tortured, just like how I read these people's, you know, biographies and what they have been through and what they have done to them. How am I to live while knowing that there are people who are being tortured right now? I was so overwhelmed, like a bit of like some existential crises, a bit of absurdism suddenly hitting me out of nowhere, and I didn't even understand how did I fall asleep. I wake up the other morning. It was Sunday, and it was a weird morning. It's the type of Sundays that the sky is unusually blue, and you can hear your parents from the other room talking and your brothers fighting or giggling, and the TV is on, and some birds are singing me outside. It was very weird and eerie at one point. Yes, that's right. So I open my eyes and do the exact thing any person my age would do at that point. Once you wake up, you just grab your phone and go to TikTok to see what's going on. I get hit with the fact that Bashar al-Assad's regime سقط. Bashar al-Assad سقط. Like, all my TikTok field was just that. All my TikTok feed, like, whatever, I keep on turning and scrolling, that's all I see. And just a couple hours ago, well, not a couple hours ago, because I finished the book at 3 a.m. and I woke up at 12. That's not something, you know, that's not just a couple hours, it's so many hours, but like, still, to just understand that I finished that book and went to sleep knowing that, oh my god, how am I to live while knowing that there are people who's being tortured right now, and knowing that I'll wake up to that same thought. But once I wake up and open my phone, this first thing that comes to my freaking phone is the fact that that regime has fallen, and that Bashar al-Assad fled the country, and they're like trying to free people from the prisons, and everything's going crazy. And I just was like, what type of jokes is this? The universe, it's like, you know how they say, I don't even know what they say at this point. I was just like shocked. I was flabbergasted, to be honest. Yeah, that there's so much worse. Yeah, so true. It was just crazy to me. It was too good to be true. Yeah, too good to be true. It felt like a dream at one point. Like, maybe this is all just a dream. Maybe I didn't even read that book. Maybe I'm still asleep. What's going on here? Maybe I can't read Arabic anymore. What the hell is written in front of me? It's just so crazy. It was crazy. It was so crazy. But I really loved it. What about you? I've been talking for 10 hours now. What about you? Is there anything interesting going on? Is there anything you want to talk about? People deserve to be heard as well. And I talk a lot when I get comfortable. I took 5 courses this semester. Holy shit. That that must have been hard, dude. I wish I haven't. Oh my god. Hey, you know, when people keep on saying how many courses they take for each semester, do you choose how many courses you take? Because in our system, you don't choose how many courses you take. You just have a bunch of courses and you take them, and you make sure you don't, you know, you don't end up failing in any one, or you would have to retake it. Or start to just, oh my god, that's such a bad luck. Yeah. And how is it so far? You had your finals or not yet? Is it looking any good? I personally took 7 courses this semester here in Lebanon. Oh, oh, that's that. Well, that sounds fun to be able to choose how many courses you want to take, because we don't have that luxury here. You take 7 courses and you shut up. Sometimes, let's say that in your first year you failed one of your courses. I had 3 final exams. Oh, that's tough. Finals are really traumatizing lately. So, here in Morocco, we study 3 years to get our bachelor degree, okay? And we don't really say, hey, this is my first year in college, or like, hey, this is my second year in college. No, we use semesters to talk about where are we in our college journey, okay? And other than 2 are delayed for a couple reasons. Delayed, they would be taken later, not cancelled. Well, more time to work harder on them. You'd be fine. Just work hard, okay? Study well. It will all be fine at the end of the day. Don't give up. Don't give up. So, as I told you, so here we talk using semesters. Well, we say in French, but I can just say we say like semester. In French, we say semestre. For example, hi, my name is Basma and I'm in my 6th semester. We say أنا في الاس 6 الاس 6 الاس 5 الاس 4 الاس 3 الاس 2 الاس 1 الاس 1 هو اللي كيكون في العام الأول. S1 means that you're in your first semester of your first year. S2 is like, second semester of your first year still. Third and fourth semester, that means the second year. Fifth and sixth, then it's the third year. Yeah. The finals are really so hard, so bad. They make me really hate my life. Anyways, so for example, as I told you, we take seven classes or like 7 courses. You can't choose how many. They're like given to you. You don't have the opportunity to choose how many you want to take. But let's say that in your first year you failed one. In S1 you failed one. So when S2 would come around, you would have to take 8 courses instead of just 7 like anybody else. If you fail 2 from your S1, you would have to take 9 courses, but you can't go above 10 courses for each semester. So you keep on like moving semesters and moving courses to the other semester. It's like if you can't hold this item with one hand, you give it to the other hand, but instead of hand we have a year. Oh wow. Yeah, it is torture. I worked my ass off not to fall in that trap of ending up with many courses each semester. But I fell in another one, I swear to God. Our college system is the true meaning of capitalism, or like, ماشي capitalism, سنة. riba, the concept of riba. I'll give you $1, but when you return it to me, you have to give me $2. Why? Because I said so. Because you now need this dollar so much, I'll give it to you, but you have to return $2 to me later. You see how this happens in banks a lot. But anyways, for example, our passing grade is 10. You have to get at least 10, so you would pass a class, okay? But let's say that one of your classes you did not get 10 in it, you got 9, 7, 4, something like that. You'd have to do a retake to that exam. You would do a retake, but even in a retake you would still get lesser than 10. But here comes the twist. If you get like a 9, 7, 8, 6 even, one of your other classes that you scored high in would like grades from that class would be taken to this other class you failed, so that the score would be elevated. For example, I'll give you this example. For example, let's say that you're an English major. Okay, you study advanced grammar. Yeah. It's really crazy. It fucks you up so bad. It's not even funny because from far away, it feels like a relief. Oh my god, I'm free from that thing. But no, it's the biggest trap I've ever seen my whole life, and I did not pay attention to it till my 3rd year. And I don't know what type of blindness was I in for 2 years, but let's not talk about that because I want to smack my head to the closest wall whenever I think of it. You're an English major. You study advanced grammar, you study linguistics, and you study syntax. Okay, let's say that you scored in advanced grammar 15 out of 20 and you've got a 12 in linguistics, but you've got an 8 in syntax. Okay? Okay. Well, it's good. You do a retake for the syntax exam, but you still just get an 8 in it, or like a even a 6, like even worse than the normal season. So, because you've got this bad grade in syntax, the system would take 2 grades, for example, from linguistics that you scored 12 out of 20 in, would take that 2 to the syntax, and 8 plus 2 would give a 10, and then you pass the class. From far away, you'd be like finally out of final season, and you're like, I couldn't give a single shit for that stupid, silly little syntax class and exam. I just want that shit to be done. Let them take notes from, let them take grades from other classes. Just set me free. But the trap here is that the 12 you would have still had in your linguistic class could have helped your general grade, the whole grade that you've got in the whole, semester. It would have been something like 14 out of 20, like the average of everything, or like even a 14, or maybe even just like a 12. But no, because you had sacrificed 2 grades from that to save one class, you would still just get an 11, and your grade would look average, and you're like, but I worked hard, I really did my best. Yeah, but you let one of your other classes save another class, and it's just crap. Now when I look to my previous, my first and second year grades, they're really average, but I worked so hard. But what happened is that I let some classes just be saved by other grades from other classes. I remember that I've scored in one semester a 15 in this class called advanced grammar, that's why I use it in this example, and 17 in this other class. I can't really remember what it was about. I've got a 14 in this class called cultural studies, and it all went to nothing because I failed a class called discourse analysis, and that 14 had to save my ass in the other class. So instead of having a 13 or like a 14 in the whole average of the semester, I've got just an 11, and I'm like, why why is this? Now I will just try not to think of it because I feel like I would cry whenever I think of it, for real. Yeah, if you pass the retake, but if you fail the retake, you're screwed. Yeah. It's such a mess. But now that I finally realized what type of traps and snakes was actually trapping me, and I thought that it was actually a hug, but no, it was a snake trying to suffocate me. But anyways, now that I realized it, I'm no longer falling in that trap, but it's like trying to save 2 years of hard work and, grades that fell into that trap with 1 year. It's just not working that well. It doesn't work that way. Now my grades are way better because I no longer let that thing take control over my grades. But I don't know. I really want to do a master's. Have you been changing the uni? No, it's the system is in the whole country. You can't change the uni. Even if I changed and I went to another university somewhere else, it would still continue to be the same. The system is in the whole place. All faculties, all universities, it wouldn't change. Um, To be honest, in my first year to now, from my first semester to this last semester of mine in college, my grades have been going through these like um getting from like bad to very good. Okay? I did not start with good grades from the beginning. My first semester was a disaster. It was a big disaster, but I needed that disaster because it's the thing that slapped me to reality and woke me up. Even though it was a lesson that I learned the hard way, but it was good. It was good. My hope is that when I would start applying for master's degrees, masters in general. Would you do your master's outside of Morocco? I want to do my master's here in Morocco, but I have been considering going abroad, to be completely honest. I had in front of me, my first goal was to go to this school. We call it l'École supérieure de translation. Okay, the school of translation, King Fahd School of Translation. It exists in Tangier, north of Morocco, like very north, far away from me. I'd have to move to that city. It's where I want to go. Okay, you study for 2 years there, and the degree you take there is an equivalent to a master's. So that's that. But God forbid, of course, I don't want that. Yeah, I'm working my ass off for that school, by the way. But in case I don't, I don't pass that entry exam, or like they just don't pick me, I still gonna apply for this other master program I saw in the south of the country I want to go to. It's really interesting. And what's even more interesting about that is that I saw them not really considering grades. So that's interesting, even more. And I'm so much into it. But I continued to do more research, and I found out how, masters in English literature are, something very popular in Germany. Are there dorms there? I actually don't know. I don't know if there are dorms there or not. And I couldn't care less. I just need that school. I don't care. I would live in the streets. Just let me in, guys. That's all I need. That's all I want. Anyways, yeah, I did my research about Germany, and it's very interesting. It's very interesting how stuff is going in there. Only the normal things they always ask for when you want to go to Europe. You know, the TOEFL thing. They need you to make sure that you really speak English. So I'll have to take that test. I'll need to have $8,000 in my bank account, so they would make sure that I'm not gonna be homeless there. Yeah, and then I'll have to start applying. But to be completely honest, Germany is literally the plan C or plan E for me. I've also heard there is this thing that became very popular here in Morocco, is that students go to Vietnam and teach English there. It's really popular. And to be honest, I really want to go abroad. I had never left this place, and I want to go abroad. I want to try and live outside. I want to try the feeling of being foreign for once. Oh, you did it. How was that thing? Was it easy? Was it hard? I really have no idea how that exam goes. This summer, I'm just trying to find a job, and oh my god, it's so hard. Oh, that's good. 16 out of 20 is fantastic. Oh, it wasn't hard. Well, good. Well, that's really helping. Then I think it wouldn't be a problem for me either then. I really hope so. The masters I've seen in the south here in Morocco, it's in this other city called Agadir. I don't know if you know it. It's a very big, popular city on the coast. Um, that too would need to, move far away from home. Move like 400 kilometers away from home. Yeah, I will search. Okay, go ahead. I'll go bring some water because my throat is dry. Oh my god. No. اصبر. Oh my god, I'm back. It's a beautiful city, and it is known for so many things. People go there for beach activities and the Amazigh culture as well. It's close to Marrakesh. 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 What else about it? I don't know, that's all I can remember for now. In there is this university called جميعا Ibn al-Azhar. It's there where I found this master degree, or like this master program called comparative literature or literary comparative, something like that. I can't really recall it. I've seen the program and the classes they teach, and I was mesmerized. I loved that program so much. At one point, I was looking at it and I was like, I think I actually want this more than I want that school now. Because a thing about me is that I really love literature. Literature is my passion. And sometimes I sit down and I really, really, really consider um doing going further in academia, even to a PhD in literature, and why not being a professor? Because settling down to just teaching high schoolers or middle schoolers is actually suffocating. What I like the most about college is how you are not really chained to one program or like one type of um lessons you have to keep teaching to students every year. And that's fun to just have the ability to assign new books, different angles of literature to students every year or like every semester. I personally can't think of anything more fun than that. Uh-oh, I don't know if you're still here or not, but my phone is about to go dead. Are you still here? Ahmed, hi. Well, thank God, because my phone is about to die. My phone is literally 4%. Thank you so much for spending a bit of time with me. Thank you for the super chat. It really means a lot for me. It almost made my day. Thank you so much. Thank you for chatting with me and for listening to me yap for an hour. Oh my god, it's 59 minutes now. And I'll see you next time. Maybe tomorrow, maybe, whenever we see each other again. I hope you're the best. Time flew past. Yeah, of course. Once I start talking about books, I can't focus with time anymore. Thank you so much for listening to me. It meant so much. I really mean it from my heart. Thank you so much. See you again. Bye bye. Have fun. سلامة. تصبح على خير.